Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope everybody's had a good day. I am still trying to get over this head cold. I feel a lot better since I've been taking the Z-Pack, but that old voice is still not back to where it needs to be. Happy Valentine's Day, Dennis. Hope you've had a good day. I was just lounging around and I thought, hey, Isaiah, happy Valentine's Day, hon. I thought, let's go glam up a little bit and hang out with my friends. And who's not to feel better when you get to hang out with your friends? So, what y'all been up to this Saturday? I am feeling a lot better, Isaiah, but this voice, I am so ready for this froggy throat to just go away. Just ready for it to get on out of here. When I went to church Wednesday night, they had me down to sing. I said, Lord, you better tell them to find somebody else. I opened up my mouth to tell them, I said, I can't do that. I can't today. You want the whole congregation to leave. You better find somebody else. So they let me get by, and I don't see me doing it tomorrow either. So it's Valentine's weekend. I got on my pretty red blouse to represent Valentine's. So I thought I'd come on and glam up a little bit and tell you guys that this weekend we have a great sale. You spend $75 on the website, you always get free shipping for that $75 or more. But there will be two sets, and you get to choose one of those sets for free. You could get both sets, but you would have to close that order out and come back and make another purchase of $75 or more, and then you can choose the other set for free. But we have two options, and one of them is the calendula skincare, and we have the calendula, that's the wrong one, face wash, which I use this often. I actually use this one or the resurface, okay? But if you have very dry skin, excuse me, and sensitive skin, or one or the other, the calendula line is really good for you. This is a really good face wash. I love it. It don't take much at all. Just put a little in your hand, wet it, kind of bring it to a lather, wash your face really good with it, rinse it. Your face is so clean. It just feels so good, so refreshed, so revived. It's just lovely. It really is. It just so much different than cleaning it with soap or ever how you normally would use it. But this is a really good face wash. With this, you would get a calendula face cream. Now, this is a moisturizing cream. This leaves your skin feeling so smooth, so soft, so hydrated, and moisturized if you have dry or sensitive skin. So this would be a free set for you just for for purchasing $75. If you don't want that set, the other option is the micellar water and your choice of shade of a Latina lip lacquer. I love these Latina lip lacquers. They are wonderful. They're very moisturizing, very hydrating. Goes on really smooth and creamy. And it's a lacquer because after 4 or 5 hours of having this lipstick on, your lips might start to dry out. You might think, well, it's time to touch up my lipstick. But you don't necessarily have to. Hey, Justin, happy Valentine's. You don't necessarily have to because this leaves a stain. That's why it's called Latina lip lacquer. It leaves a stain on your lips, which you can wipe off without any trouble, but you still have color. And this micellar water, lots of folks buy micellar water. They buy it from lots of places. But I have to tell you that this micellar water from pharmacy is a great choice. This right here, and you don't have to be someone that wears makeup, okay? Just taking a makeup wipe or a cloth or a washcloth or a whatever and putting just a dab of this micellar water on it, just on a clean face like I have, you would be surprised. Like when you go to bed at night before you do and you wash your face, you cleanse your face really good. You go to bed, that's all you did was sleep. You get up in the morning and you put a little of this micellar water on a cloth and you gently wipe it across your face. You would be surprised what comes off. I mean, it looks dingy because the particles, pollution, whatever is in the air floating around that lands on our face. But if you're like me and you wear makeup, this right here removes my makeup without harsh rubbing, even gets my mascara off without forcing it. I just take one of those little round wipes, like right here. I put micellar water on it, and I just gently rub across my face like this, go across my eyes, go up under my eyes, and it brings it right off. It's amazing. And it also leaves your skin feeling so smooth and soft. But now I still would say, after you use the micellar water, to rinse your face off. Okay? Even if it's just with plain water. But this is your other choice. Free. Just for spending $75 this weekend. And you also will get free shipping. Okay? So I want to remind you guys of that because I want you to get all that you can for your money. Okay? And that's why I come on and I tell you guys about this. Please, please, please forgive me for my voice. But this is what I do. This is what I love. And I don't want to let me being hoarse stop me from showing up and doing what I love doing and bringing you guys these wonderful sales and just hanging out with you. You know, I could not show up. That's not who I am, okay? I am committed to what I do and I am dependable so you can always count on me showing up, okay? So I want to let you know about that. So let's put on a little glam. Okay? I am going to be using a primer. We have the VFX Pro, the Blur Primer, and we have the VFX Pro Illuminating Primer. Okay? All right, when I feel better, okay? Thank you. It's red for Valentine's, okay? And I'm not really crazy about red. I'm really not. It's never been one of my top 5 colors, but today's Valentine's, so I thought I would put on some red, okay? But these are primers, and a primer is a barrier between your skin and your foundation, okay? I love these. They help to diminish fine lines and blur out large pores. I like to mix a little bit of each. I do. I love it. They leave your skin feeling so smooth and silky. I'm telling you, it's actually like velvet. It feels so good. I want y'all to look. My face in my whole life has never glowed like it does with nothing on it. But it glows now because I have been using pharmacy skincare. I love this. I can only imagine how much more greater it would have looked if I hadn't wasted 55 years not doing it. But I love it. But this illuminating primer, it does the same thing as that blur primer, except for this illuminating primer gives you just an illuminating effect. So today I'm going to use just a very small amount of this one. Normally I just use one or the other, but you can mix them the same way I like to do my BB and my CC creams. I like to add a little of each of those because then I get the glow, the moisturizing, and I also get the redness covered. And I'm going to use just a little bit of this one. Now this one is clear. And I'm just going to mix them together, okay? We're going to do a little Valentine look today with some reddish colors, okay? And I'm just going to put this on certain spots. And just kind of rub this in. Remember when you come on to say hello, hit that like button. Share the live if you will. You know, there's a lot of ways you can share the live. You may say, well, I don't have any platforms. I don't do a lot of social media. I only come to YouTube. Do you realize you can share this in a text message? You can share it in an email. You can share my channel. And maybe new people will come along. You can share my website link. I have it posted on the description. Hey, Corn Pop, happy Valentine's Day. You can copy and paste it from the description, or you can go on my channel and get it out of my bio. And you can share that in a text message. Share my website, my pharmacy website. Thank you, Justin. Okay? Now, today we're going to do a glass skin look. I done this a couple of weeks ago, and I done the glass skin look with BB cream. I done it with the BB cream. But today we're going to do the glass skin look with the VFX Pro. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And to get that glass look, you would take out of our Midnight Touch, you would use our liquid highlighter, okay? Hey, Joe, how you doing, my friend? It's just like highlighter, okay? And how you do that is you would, thank you, Joe. Joe has just shared my pharmacy link. I have pinned it at the bottom of the live. You can easily click that blue link, takes you straight to my pharmacy website, okay? And there you will go and you will find that deal I'm telling you about, the Valentine's Day weekend sale, okay? And get you these free products. But you take this one, it's liquid highlighter, and it's called Time to Sparkle. And what you do is you're going to rub this liquid highlighter all over your face. Okay? Again, this is just to give us glass looking skin. That's what this is going to do. I love this. Now I'm just going to take my hand and I'm going to rub this in. Remember, this is a liquid highlighter. Okay. So we have the liquid highlighter. I love the Midnight Touch. I talk about that a lot. Today we're using a lot of Midnight Touch. So that was the Midnight Touch liquid highlighter. We will be using the Midnight Touch bronzer and blush today. Okay. Now, I'm going to go in, and this is the first time I've done this glass skin look with the VFX Pro foundation. If you are a lady on here, have you ever thought to yourself, or have you ever been told that at your age, thank you, Justin, that at your age that you cannot wear a full coverage foundation? Can I tell you that with the VFX Pro camera ready full coverage foundation, you can. This right here is made for women like me, over 40, with very maturing, very textured skin. This right here, this foundation is the best full coverage foundation I have ever used in my life. And I'm being honest, okay? This foundation is better than any CoverGirl, any L'Oreal, any other thing that Elf. I have Elf that I used before I started using this. This right here is by far the best. This does not settle into my fine lines, my wrinkles. It don't do that. It leaves a matte but a glowy finish, okay? And it leaves the skin just smooth. I mean smooth. Just smooth as it can be. It is made with earth marine water. That is what they use to make this. And that's why it's considered a very lightweight foundation. Okay? I love this. And when you wear this, people are so confused. They do not understand. They will sit back and talk. Believe me, I've heard it. They've came to me and told me that they did it. They was like, is that girl wearing any foundation? Cause I'm confused. That looks like natural skin. Yes, this is exactly what I'm wearing. Okay. All right, Isaiah, you have a good one. Okay, honey. Now I'm going to take just about a pump and a half of this, and I'm going to put it right here on the very top of my hand. Okay. If I can get this, clean that top. All right. 1.5. I use 1.5 pumps. Not much at all. Like I told you, these products are amazing. Everything that I have here on my website, you take very little, and that little goes such a long ways. Okay? Now, I'm just going to apply it onto my skin. I'm going to leave this side open for right now, so I can let you see the difference and how it leaves the skin looking so natural. Okay? I'm going to use my brush. You rather use an egg, you can use an egg. You can use your hand if you choose, but I like using a brush because then it blends evenly all over. And I love a kabuki brush. Okay. Now I want y'all to look. Look how natural this foundation looks. Look how natural. That does not look like foundation. Leaves a natural looking finish. David Chappelle, what's going on? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Good to see you. Hello to you and Allison. Y'all need to go check out my website. We got a great sale going on this weekend and you get free products. I have been under the weather, but I still show up, David. I still show up. Been a missing, y'all. I haven't seen you in a long time. But look at that. Is that not a beautiful finish? That does not look like makeup. How many times have you used a foundation? You blended it in and it left a line. It looked orangey. I'm telling y'all, this is a very, listen, ladies, don't let your age, your wrinkles, your fine lines make you feel like you cannot wear a full coverage foundation. Because look, I'm doing it. You see my wrinkles, my fine lines, deep wrinkles. You see them, crow's feet. Look at it. It blends so nice. Now I'm going to apply it to this side. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. I need just a little bit more. I used more than I should have on the other side, or normally would have. Okay. How has life been treating y'all, David? I am blessed. I can't complain. My hair looks great. I got it thrown up in a little bun. Got to keep it out my face while I glam up. Thank you. You think I got talents? I've just never been one afraid of trying something. You know, either you're good at it or you're not. Okay? How you been doing, Joe? Well, thank you, Justin. I'm amazed that, Justin, that you're as young as you are and you are here on this channel for someone my age. But I'm grateful that you are. But you're young and you're very nice. You always compliment, say nice things. Like Isaiah. Isaiah's another one. He's young. He's in his 20s. And he will come here and sit and watch me apply makeup. My makeup, I practice on constantly. Believe me, there was a lot about this. I'm a lot about this I didn't know how to do a year ago because honestly I wasn't interested. I was just plain me. Plain, you know what I mean? Simple. I just live a simple life, simple things. Don't ask for much. But at the same time, I'm not afraid of giving something a try, trying something. I don't believe that you're ever too old to set new goals or dream of new dreams. I don't think that age has anything to do with that. You are? Well, do you dance, Justin? I know you old goats do because I'm an old goat. But it gets me. This guy says he's 26. Justin says he's 26. Okay. I'm going to be 57. But it is what it is. I guess when you inspire someone, you inspire them, and age doesn't matter. Okay. Now I'm going in, I'm going to use just a little liquid concealer. This is our creaseless concealer. You can put this on before you put on your foundation, or you can put it on afterwards. I love dancing with others like you dancing with others. It's much more fun. Your leather jacket is hey, I got a lot of things that old. You hear me? I do. I hear you. Oh, Corn Pop, you ain't right, my friend. Okay, but do y'all see how that skin just looks like glass by me using that liquid highlighter and putting on that full coverage? Look at it. It just looks like glass, my friends. You're going to be 62 in April. My dad's birthday was in April. So I like to bring this down on both sides of my nose. I like to touch up on that chin a little bit right down the center of my nose, and then in the T-zone. You choose to do yours ever how you want to. This is how I do mine. And I like to put just a little bit on the outside corner of my eye. And the reason I like to do it like this is because I do have like somewhat of bag under my eyes. You can see them. But when you use your liquid concealer and you use it properly, you can change how that whole under eye looks. So I like to take, when I put it right here in my eye, I'm trying to look at my mirror behind you guys. I pull it straight down just like this right here. And then take it upwards like that right there. Take it up. You don't want to pull down on your skin. We want it lifted. So I just pull it straight down and then just kind of pull it straight up like this right here. Okay? You can already see how it changed the look underneath my eye than this eye. You can already see the change. Okay? Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Now I'm going to do the same over here. Pull it down and push it up. Okay? Can I tell you guys that Valentine's Day to me is an uncalled for holiday. Or it really is to me. I think every day should be Valentine's Day. I think love should be shown every day, not just on February the 14th. And when people go out and they spend, if you really do your research, Valentine's Day, people spend more money on Valentine's Day a lot of times than they do Christmas. I feel like when you love someone or just showing love, it should be shown every day of the year, not just on Valentine's. But I have to say this. The greatest love that you will ever know is in John 3:16. Okay? That is the greatest love that you will ever know is in John 3:16. Okay? For God so loved this world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. The best part of that verse is whosoever. That word, whosoever, it's not just me, it's not just you, it's everybody. That is the greatest love you will ever have, is in that verse. And I mean that. I mean that. That verse right there is nothing but love. I sit and think about it sometime. I love my son, my daughter. That's two of the greatest loves I have ever known in my life. Okay? Is when my children came in this world. And I sit and think about giving one of them up. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would not just so freely give up my daughter or my son. I wouldn't. I don't care if I had 10 children. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I love y'all, but I wouldn't give up my kid for you. I wouldn't. But God did. He gave up that only son. His only begotten son. I think about that. I can't think of no other greater love than that right there. I can't. So that's what I think about Valentine's Day. I didn't run out and buy my husband anything. Okay? I love him every day, not just today. But yes, he always gets me a card. And only thing I've ever told him I wanted, don't go out and spend no money on no flowers. If it's not going to be a perennial, don't bring that trash to me. I hate to see something die like that. But if you want to go buy me a rose bush or any perennial that I can put out in that yard or save until after April 15th and we can start planting, I love that. I love a beautiful yard. But that box of Reese's miniatures I get every year, and I am ever more grateful for that. And honestly, I will be honest with you. I told him the other day, I was like, "Hun, don't worry about getting me no Valentine box of Reese cups because I really haven't been eating candy. I've been trying to eat differently and change and, drop some pounds, whatever." And he started laughing. I said, "What you laughing for?" He said, "Because I already bought them." I said, "Well, bring them on home, honey. I'll eat them." But, honestly, I don't have to have that. I don't. I'm going in now with some eyeshadow primer. This is out of stock right now, but it will be back. Lots of people are asking about it. It will be back. I call this eyeshadow primer the magic eraser, okay? You see these eyelids, they're kind of dark. If you have dark eyelids, oily eyelids, veiny eyelids, this eyeshadow primer is your go-to. It really is. This stuff is amazing. You can use your finger or you can use a brush, and you just apply a small coat over your eyelid. And again, I call this the magic eraser because it just takes away that dark lid. It cleans it up. It took away that darkness. If you have dark under your eyes, you can do the same there. But if you have oily eyelids, and you may not realize you have oily eyelids, but if you wear eyeshadow and you notice after a few hours that your eyeshadow is running and you can see it running down here, that means you have oily eyelids. You can apply this on there and your eyeshadow won't go anywhere. I love how it holds my eyeshadow in place. But there's a lot of days, like through the week, when I'm going to work, that this is all I will use is eyeshadow primer. And this little jar is mighty, honey. I'm going to tell you, it'll last you a long time. But this is out of stock right now. The reason I have it, because when I buy 2 or 3 at a time. Because I don't like waiting. I don't want to be without my favorite products. Okay? Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. All right. Now, let your light so shine. Yeah, there's a light in all of us. There is a light in all of us. Some of us, though, refuse to let it shine. People recognize you by your actions, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you represent yourself. If there's a light in you. And if they are, they know where it came from. Why? Because God is love. And if you have God in your heart, you're loved. You're full of love. And that right there, I'm telling you, you guys, it's the greatest love you'll ever know. I don't know what your beliefs is, but that's mine, okay? Now, we're going to go in and we're going to be using the Mirage palette. This is an all matte eyeshadow palette. I love this palette. You can see where some of my favorite colors are. But this is the one we're going to work with today. These are very highly pigmented, okay? All of our eyeshadow palettes are very pigmented. So you don't need but just a little, and it goes a long way. I mean, just barely touching it. I barely touch it. That goes a long ways, okay? And I love this Mirage palette, this all matte palette, because honestly, it doesn't matter what color I'm wearing. All of these work, okay? They go with it. It doesn't matter. And I love that. So we're going to start out as normal, and I'm going to be using, normally I would go right here and start with this taupe color, but today I'm going here above it. And I'm going to be using the more tan looking color as my base shadow. And because I have somewhat of a hooded eye, you should always leave your eyes open, and there is a crease there. So you leave your eye open. I remind you of all of Disney's cartoon characters. Last week you said I reminded you of another person on the Mickey Mouse. Hey, Gloria, but you should leave your eye open, and I just hold on to the tip of the brush, and I softly let it glide back and forth right above the crease of my eye, okay? Where are you from, Justin? How have you been, Gloria? How is your daughter doing, Gloria? You're from California? Cool. How is the weather there? I've been sick too. Can you tell? Sunny. It's sunny and bright here, but I think it's in the high 50s today. Thank you so much, you guys, for the likes. Okay, Joe, thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, okay, hon? Have a wonderful day and happy Valentine's. Okay, so we have our base shadow on. Okay, now I'm going in and I'm going to use this right here in the middle. It's kind of a taupe looking brown. And I'm just going to kind of work right here in the center. Bless her heart. I pray she does. I pray she gets that kidney. And I'm just going right above that crease with that taupe color. Okay. The same here. Now I will blend that in just a moment. Doing the same here. Remember, you should keep your eye open as much as possible. When you are applying your shadow. I didn't know this a year ago. I used to pull my eyes down, stretch them, shut them. If you keep your eyes open, then you see what you're doing, you see what it's going to look like, where it's going, and not be surprised by opening up your eyes and panicking like, what in the world? Okay. Now I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm just going to kind of softly go over this just so we don't have any harsh lines. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going in and I'm going to use this deep red looking color here. Okay. And I'm going to work that in on the outer edge of my eye. Okay. I'm going to kind of bring it in like this right here. And then I'm going to work it upward in like a V shape. In and up. Okay. In and up. Do the same thing here. Now, I'm going to take my blending brush again. Just going to do some circular motion. Just so we don't have any harsh lines between those colors. Blending is key. Okay. Do the same here. Okay. Now, the brush that I used with the red, without adding any to it, I'm just going to kind of bring this underneath my eye as an under eye liner, okay? Okay? To me, it always looks better when you bring your eyeshadow under your eye as well. It just looks better to me, okay? Now, I'm going in and I'm going to take this white, okay? And I'm going to come under the brow just to brighten up underneath the eyebrow, okay? And then take and just kind of touch that up again so there's no harsh lines from that white going into the other colors, okay? Now, what I'm also going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to grab another brush and I'm going to take my setting spray and I'm going to spray my brush because this is an all matte palette and we don't want any fallout. So if you spray your brush, or you can just dip it in some water, okay? And you touch, just reach in there and grab you some of that. I'm going to put just right here on the inside corner of my eye. I'm just going to press. Just going to press on the inside right here. That white. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same here. Just press it. You don't want to sweep it, just press. And see, by you spraying it or adding a little water to it, it keeps it on there and you don't have any fallout, which I never get any fallouts from any of our eyeshadows. Sometimes the black might leave a little fallout, but you can just take in your foundation brush and it wipes right off. Okay. All right, Dennis, have a good day. Don't work too hard. Okay. Now, okay. Now, that was the Mirage palette that we used. Okay. Now, we're going to get some bronzer. And we're going to be using the Midnight Touch drizzled bronze. Okay? And we're going to bronze up this face. We're going to change the whole look of it. I mean, entirely change it. These bronzers, when you bronze, when you contour, you bring definition, okay? It defines, changes the whole look of your face, Okay? So I'm going to go on the outside bone area of my nose, just a little, just to give it shape. Okay? Because I have very thin lips, I like to add just a little underneath my bottom lip. I like to come under both sides of my neck, under my ear. Outline that jawline so that we can kind of put a shadow on that neck because we get that saggy neck, okay? So we want to kind of hide that neck area. I like to go up on the top of my forehead, and I like to add a little bronzer up there to make it look like maybe I've had a little sun, okay? Give you that beachy look. And the cheeks. I'm at that age where the cheekbones feel like they've fallen off, okay? They've dropped. Everything sags. You want to lift it. We want to be lifted. That's what we want. So I like to come on about outside the eye here, about right here, and just give a couple of dabs, okay, of bronzer from the outside corner up towards the top of the ear, the temple area, okay? And these are buildable. So after you blend it in, press it on. If you want to add more, you can. Sometimes you can even kind of outline the tip of your nose, okay? Just to give the nose shape. Now, where is my... Okay. I am now going to press this on. Changes the whole look. It amazes me because all those years I never used contour. I never was one that done that. But now I love it how it just changes. If you have like a round face and you bronze like your jawline, your cheeks and things like that, it'll make it look like you have an oval face. And you know how they say oval is the perfect shaped face. How you contour changes the whole look. Okay? Remember when you come on to say hello, let me know that you're here. I love that. Look how it just shadowed out that neck. That's how you really look at your makeup is when you sit back. By me doing that bronzing on my jawline, you don't even see my neck. Thank you. I am going to add a little lip plumper and let my lips be plumping. Excuse me. That's not lip plumper because I have very, very thin lips. Right here. We're going to be using glass. This is the lip plumper glass. We have so many wonderful lip plumpers. We have the peptide lip plumpers, the lip balms. We have lip glosses, so many great ones. And I love this. I love to get the lips plumping because they're so thin. And these lip plumpers are the best. You feel just a little tingle, but it's not that burning sensation that you can't handle. Oh, Lord, Justin. Okay, so now we're going to blend this in. And you should always, on your forehead, blend it up towards your hairline. Okay? Excuse me. Now I'm going to press this in. The cheeks, how it does the cheeks, raises the cheeks. That is my favorite part of bronzing. Okay? Look at that. What a difference. Okay? Again, they are buildable. The Midnight Touch liquid products are buildable. So if I wanted to go and add more, I could do so. But I love that. Look how those cheeks, those cheekbones just came to life. See how it defined, gave definition? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love. Now, we're going to be using the Midnight Touch again blush. This one is Fame. This one is Fame. So I like to go and add just a few dabs right above that bronzer. Okay? A little on the tip of my nose. Fame. These are amazing. They have a twist to open, twist to close tip on them, which is a spongy tip. You can also use these as your lipstick and your eyeshadow. Now we will press this on. I love the Midnight Touch products. I love liquids and creams. Again, that was Fame. I love that. Okay. This is my Valentine look today. This is what we are working with. And if you just came on, maybe you're a silent watcher and you don't like to, speak or anything. If you're here and you're watching, I want to say thank you. Also, I want to let you know that if you spend $75 this weekend on my website, you will receive free shipping, plus you will get a choice of a free set. There will be 2 sets at the bottom of your shopping cart once you have at least $75 in your cart, and you get to choose one of those as a free gift. One of the sets is a Latina lip lacquer and a micellar water. You could choose this one and it's free. Or you can get the Calendula skincare, the face wash, and the moisturizing cream. This is perfect if you have very dry skin or sensitive skin. The Calendula line is perfect. This could be free just for spending $75. It's your choice on which set that you prefer, okay? But it will not show up until you have at least $75 in your shopping cart, okay? This weekend only. Now, I have had my mascara under my leg. I've been heating it up. Today, we're just going to use our least expensive mascara. This one is Zen. This is a perfect everyday wearing mascara. You can get this under $14, okay? This is a great mascara. I've been using the new Intense Lift a lot because I really, really love this. It gives you instant volume and lift with just one swipe. But I can't leave out this Pharmacy Zen. This is a very great mascara. It really is. All of our mascaras has castor oil in them, which is really good to nourish your eyelashes. Help them to grow, help strengthen them, lengthen them. And people will think you've done went and had lash extensions put on. just by using an I think this is $13.90. This is a perfect everyday wearing mascara. And I haven't wore it in some time, again, because Double Lash Extend and that new Intense Lift has been my go-to for quite some time. But I have to talk about this. This was my first product that I ever purchased through pharmacy 7 years ago. Okay? I have a hair or something in my face. And I've loved it ever since. My daughter loves it. My daughter in law loves it. But I have very short, very sparse eyelashes. And all of the mascaras at pharmacy give you length. And I love that. And volume. But each wand is different. The spoolies. If you look at the very top of this spoolie, you will see it has bristles. But as you turn it over, you get longer bristles. Okay? And then if you can turn it over again, you have no bristles. So you have to pay attention to your spoolies. Maybe that's could be something going on with your mascara, whatever you're choosing. It took me a long time to look that every one of my mascaras, the spoolie was different. So for me, how I've got it right now, where you see no bristles, that's where I would start first. And I would go to the very root of my lash. Okay. I would reach down there and I would extend that out where there's no bristles. Okay. Then I would roll it over to where the longer bristles are and then work with that. I use the side that has no bristles so that I could get down to like the root of my lashes so that I can roll it out. Okay. This is a really great mascara. It really is. That's just one coat. If you're going to add more than one coat, you should always do it while your lashes are still damp and not try to apply anymore once they dry. Because if you do, you're just going to get a bunch of clumping. Okay? It's a great mascara for under $14. And for those new hairs, lashes that I see coming, that's good to roll the wand over to where it's no bristles so that I can reach down there and get those little tiny new eyelashes that I see coming in. I like that. What I love is seeing new ones come in. Now I will add just a little on the bottom. Okay, I got a little more right here than I should have. But I'm not worried about that because it'll dry in just a few seconds. And I can take just a plain spoolie and it'll come right off. Okay. And it's gone. I love it. Get you a plain spoolie. If you were to get mascara on your eye shadow, on your cheek, on your blush, if you just let it sit there and dry and take a plain spoolie, it don't interfere with your makeup. It doesn't mess it up or anything like that. It comes right off without any trouble. Okay? Now, all we got left to do is our lipstick. And it's Valentine's. So, and we wearing red. So maybe we should put on some red looking lipstick. How about that? Again, it's not one of my favorites. Let me see where my red as she is. I got so many lipsticks here. First, I am going to outline my lips with an ash brown lip liner. Is this red? Yeah. Here's a rose. And then we have Superstar. That's as red as I can get. Hey, Gretchen. How are you doing, honey? Okay. I'm going to wipe off some of that lip gloss and I'm going to put on some ash brown. Okay. You doing all right? You sure? You having a good Valentine's? And this lipstick is called Superstar now. Again, I'll tell you, I'm not one about red, but today's Valentine's, so we're going to put on a little red. But I do have on the ash brown lip liner. I know this is going to be bright, okay? That's it. That's what I said. I think it's a stupid holiday. Okay. Let me that's a matte lipstick, so it dries really, really fast. I'm just trying to blend it in with my lip liner. Okay. And it is now dry. Okay. That is red, honey. That looks like dark cherry. Now, I only like a matte lipstick for like when I wear the chocolate brown. I'm telling you, that chocolate brown matte lipstick we have is the best. I love it. But me, I prefer a more moisturizing, hydrating lip. Now, this is a beautiful color. It really is. But I am going to add a little lip gloss to it. Just to give it that shine. See, it's dry. It didn't even hardly come off on my brush. I love a very hydrating lip, okay? So there you are. Lady in Red. I have never been one that cares for red that much, but I will wear it on occasions. Okay? Now we will set this. And we're ready. Do I have any plans? I don't. Again, it's just another day. And there you are. Well, that is some red lipstick, huh? Now, anybody got any questions? Why do I remind you of all these Disney characters? I'm waiting on you to tell me, did I remind you of Tweety Bird's grandma? Oh, hey, Bonnie, thank you. Because I have that bun. Do I look like Tweety Bird's grandma? Your choice. It's your choice. You can get any color of Latina lip lacquer. Your choice. Okay? When you get that set, you get to customize it. That micellar water, have you ever had it? It is amazing. I love it. That micellar water is amazing. Thank you. How you been doing, Bonnie? But y'all, I'm telling you, I can't help but to brag on my skin. I just love it. I love it. Look at that glow, y'all. This is the glass skin look. The glass skin. Hey, that micellar water you're talking about is a really good buy. That's a really good product, okay? But if you're someone who is working on, it is awesome. Oh, you have some, Bonnie? It is amazing. Listen to me, Bonnie. Did you just come on? Or have you been watching? Because this weekend, myself, I have not had the stomach flu, but I've had a very bad sinus infection and no energy. My granddaughter has had the stomach virus. Hey, Crystal, how are you doing? I just noticed you were here when I saw Gretchen say, Hi, Crystal. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, girl, that micellar water is something. You just heard Bonnie. She said she uses it. This micellar water, if this was time to take my, you love the base, well, can I share it with you? Today, I used the VFX Pro Full Coverage Foundation. Like I said earlier, have you ever thought or someone ever told you that you were too old and you could not wear a full coverage foundation? Because full coverage foundation settles into your fine lines and wrinkles, so therefore you can't use it. Honey, you can. I have very maturing, very textured skin. I will be 57 years old my birthday. It don't get no more textured than this. And I am wearing the VFX Pro. I am wearing porcelain today. Okay? This is porcelain and it is made from earth marine water. So that makes it a very lightweight foundation. It does not settle into your fine lines and wrinkles. It does not do that. Look at it. It blends in very smooth, evenly, leaves the skin with a matte satin finish. This right here. And it takes very little of this. It's amazing. This is what we're using today. Okay? Full coverage. This right here, you can get this. I will tell you. This is $39.90 for this. And this was going to last you for a long time. It has a pump. And I use a pump and a quarter, pump and a half. And it covers my face. I bring it down my neck. It's amazing. Okay? Listen, that's what most of them do. Look at these lines and wrinkles, honey. You don't see it setting in mine. When you apply your foundation, especially this, most of them will tell you it won't settle in your lines. And it does. I'm telling you right now, this will not settle into your fine lines and wrinkles. MC that comes on here, a friend of mine, will be 73 years old in July. She's rocking the VFX, okay? She's rocking this. It does not do that. It blends so smooth and so even. I love it. I'm telling you, it's the truth. You can go back and watch the live from the beginning and you will see that that's what I used. Use a good primer underneath your foundation. A primer is a barrier between your skin and your foundation. Okay? It helps to blur out large pores and diminish fine lines and wrinkles. Even if you're not wearing makeup, you can wear a primer just because of pollution and particles in the air that gets into our pores. Okay? But I love it. This stuff is amazing. I wear this just on special occasions. For most days, I'm a BB cream wearing or CC cream wearing girl. I love this. These are tinted moisturizers infused with skincare. You can get these under 20 bucks, last you 5 months or longer, and that's if you use it 5 days a week. Okay? I love that. But on special occasions and like church, I love to bring out my VFX. I love that. But this weekend, Miss Bonnie, if you spend $75 or more on my website, you always get free shipping when you spend $75. But you will get a choice of one free set out of two. One of them is the calendula face wash. I love this right here. I could go in the bathroom right now and take you in there with me and wash my face, and it will remove my makeup with no problem. Okay. This is a great face wash. So good. It gets down into those pores. It deeply cleans, nourishes your skin. It leaves it so smooth, so bright, so fresh feeling, so clean. Plus, you will get the face cream, which is a really good moisturizer. Okay, if you have very dry or maybe you have sensitive skin, this is free just for spending $75. So you're going to be getting 40 to $50 in free products. If you don't choose that one, you have the choice of the micellar water. Okay, this micellar water. This right here, you can take a makeup wipe, a cloth, whichever you use. You could put just a little bit of this. If it was near close to bedtime, I would do it. I may come back on here tonight just to show you guys how you can take this, a little dribble of this micellar water, and not harsh rubbing, nothing like that, and just gently rub across your face with this pad, and it will remove every bit of your makeup. This stuff is awesome. Plus, with this, you get your choice of whatever shade of color you want in a free Latina lip lacquer. This is the other set that's free. A lipstick of your shade of color and a micellar water. Just for spending $75, and you're going to get free shipping. Okay? This is the best. This VFX is the best. It is the best. Look at them lips, y'all. Is this girl? Hey, this girl got it going on in the red today. Happy Valentine's Day, my friends. This is my Valentine look. I used the Mirage All Matte eyeshadow palette. This is the eye with our very inexpensive, under $14 Zen mascara. Okay? That's what I used. I love it. So you could go on there today. You could purchase you this eyeshadow palette, get this Zen mascara, and uh, a primer. You could get a primer, or you could get, let's say, a lip liner, anything that equals up to $75 or more, and get a free product if you're interested in anything that I use today. Okay? There's so many ways that you could uh, get $75 worth of products so you could get your free stuff. Yes, I'll show you right now. You want me to show you? Give me 1 second and I'll tell you the choices in the Latina lip lacquers. Let me bring it up. I've got my laptop sitting here. Excuse me. Let me bring up my website. Pharmacy. My shopping cart. I will tell you exactly how much it costs. Alrighty. Excuse me. All right. Add to cart. All right. So the colors of Latina lip lacquers that you can choose, Gretchen, is Confident, Appassionata, Decidida, Coqueta, Atrevida, Positiva, Expressiva, Curiosa, Valente, and Inspiradora. So all of them, you could choose any of them on the list right here. This is all the different shades of color right here. Any of these. Okay? So when you go on there, you choose any color or shade of Latina lip lacquer you want. It's your choice. You got to make sure you choose it. It's a customizable thing. Well, I look forward to seeing you, Bonnie, on my website one day. Did you hear me, Gretchen? Yeah, you just have to, you put at least $75 worth of products in your shopping cart. When you add that free set to your cart, that's when you go and you choose, just like I just had to do. I just put $75 worth of stuff in my shopping cart, and then it asked me to choose what shade I wanted. So they're all there. It asked me to choose. Yesterday, I couldn't even log in on my own website from my phone. I don't know what was going on the phone, but I could get on there on my laptop. I don't know. There was some kind of glitch going on, but now it's fixed. I uninstalled the app and reinstalled it, and it was okay. Thank you, Bonnie. You're welcome. I hope you take advantage of this because that's a great deal, you guys. Now, does anybody else have any questions? Anything at all I can help you with? Also, I want to tell you guys this too, for the ones listening. If there's something on the website, like I have a lady that loves this Zen mascara, okay? We have a subscription list, and this is on a subscription. So if this is something that you love, or maybe it's one of the nutrition products, which is what my subscription is, because I love the shakes, okay? The L-carnitine, whatever. But if there's something that you love and you're going to want to get it every couple of months, like if you're someone that likes the L-carnitine and you use it every day like you should, or the apple cider vinegar gummies, there's enough in here for a month, okay? So you want them every month. If that's on a subscription, you go and you get on that subscription, you're going to get 25% off of your order. Now, you're going to get this, you're going to get to choose, do you want that subscription to come every 30 days or do you want it to come every 60 days? And when you choose what 30 days, every 60 days, and then what day of the month you want it to come on, even if it's out of stock, you're still going to get that product because you are a preferred customer. Now, excuse me, if you go on there and you just want that one product on that one subscription, and there's a lot of other things that you would like to get, if you go ahead and you add those to your cart for your first time subscription order, if you've got 6, 7, 8 products in that shopping cart, every one of those products on that first order is going to get 25% off. I'm telling you, I got several people that does that. These are people that really, really are dedicated and they love the products and they want them. They do that. And then, therefore, every time, even if it's several months down the road, Um, you go on since you are still a subscription. You have a subscription. Um, Hold on a minute, David. I see something. I'm gonna read. Every time that you, since as long as you keep that subscription, and you can cancel that subscription at any time, no holds on that, no rules. You cancel that subscription anytime you want to. Okay. Every time you make a purchase while you still have that subscription, you will always get the preferred customer price. Like people ask me a lot of times, like, what is that price for that's in blue? That's a preferred customer price. That's because that person has a subscription and they can get that. So there's a lot of benefits and a lot of deals, lots of ways that you can save money, okay, by getting a subscription to something. Thank you, David, and your wife. It does. It does. I will be using the skincare products 1 year the end of this month, and I've been consistent with them. I use skincare every morning, every night, every night. I remember times back in years back, honey, I didn't care if I washed my makeup off. I went to bed. You hear me? It was what it was. Not no more. I always take my makeup off, even if I don't wear makeup. I cleanse my face. I use one of my skincare face washes. I love this calendula. Um, Same to you, Camille. Happy Valentine's Day. And I always use skincare. I love these skincare products. I love them. This vitamin C glow serum, I highly recommend. This right here is what has brightened up my skin and lightened up these dark spots, age spots, tighten up them wrinkles, soften them up. In 10 to 12 weeks, they did a study of this vitamin C glow serum. In 10 to 12 weeks, your skin changed by 31%. I will still stand up and be honest with you and tell you that after using this almost 3 weeks, I seen a difference. My skin was so dehydrated. That's why we wrinkle, because our skin gets so dry from not being moisturized. That's why we get wrinkles. But this, along with my moisturizing creams and things like that I've been using, I'm telling you right now, I give all credit to pharmacy and then by me being consistent. Thank you so much, David, and your wife. Thank you for noticing. And you're right, Gretchen. It does. What a difference. People say, well, I used it. It didn't do nothing for me. Well, how long did you use it? I had a lady buy her whitening toothpaste. She used it 2 times, and she's my friend. She said, well, that whitening toothpaste didn't change the looks of my teeth. Honey, you can't use it 2 times and rule it out. You can't do that. It takes time. I mean, if you sit and you get them little whitening gel things you put in your mouth to whiten your teeth, you don't just stick it in there and pull it right back out. You got to leave it on. You got to do it several times. It's consistency. I didn't get these wrinkles in one day or 2 or 3 days. It took time to get these wrinkles. And that aggravates me. So I'm like, when you diet, what do? Diet for 24 hours and get pissed off because you didn't lose no weight? It takes time. I'm dieting right now. I'm down about 13 pounds using these Neutral Plus products. I love it. I had a friend, we did a video chat last night. My friend Brenda from North Carolina. We just been talking on the phone. And she said, girl, your neck and everything looks different. I said, that girl dropping the weight, girl. I'm trimming up, toning down. I'm eating differently. I'm eating better. I'm using good, clean products. I'm taking the L-carnitine. I'm using it. I'm using the Aloe Glow to help shrink that midsection and that bloating. I'm taking the spirulina tablets from the NutriPlus line on my pharmacy website that removes toxins from your body, keep you regular, so you ain't bloated. Okay? I'm doing those meal replacement shakes. I'm not out here stopping at Burger King anymore, get me a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. I'm using meal replacement shakes. I'm doing stuff like that that's good for me, giving me all those vitamins and minerals that I need to keep me healthy. Hey, I can get on that dance floor. I can get on that dance floor if I'm this big or if I'm this big. That's something I will never lose, okay? I will never lose that that part of me that loves to dance. I won't. I love it. It's who I am. I love music. I love I love to dance. That's just always been something for me. Have I slowed down? Yes. Because you know why? I've been more into my business than I am to get on the dance floor because I'm just going to be straight with you guys. It don't matter how much I dance. It don't matter how many videos I upload of dancing. It don't make me no money. I'm trying to better my life. I'm trying to better my family. Things I do for my grandchildren, my children. Uh, being able to like doing this right here, just get an extra couple $100 a month doing something that I love that uh, helps me to do those things. Maybe I want to just go out and splurge and get me a new outfit, but I don't want to take it from my money that I use to support me and my family. This right here helps me to do that. Plus, at the same time, um, it's getting views. I'm meeting new people. I'm loving on me. I'm building confidence. My skin's changing. Everything's changing for the good for me. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. But I can get on there and I can dance like I did that vanilla ice. I did that vanilla ice in the ice storm. Normally I wouldn't have shared that on Facebook. It's got almost 400,000 views. 400,000 views. Do you know what that video made me? Nothing. But this right here, I have a chance. I have an opportunity to make something. You know what I mean? Um, so that's what I'm here for. I'm here to try to promote my business and reach other people and give people something good and good for them at affordable prices. This is what I enjoy. I love dancing and I'll still do that. But when it comes to this channel, this YouTube channel, it don't make me if I tried to live off of this YouTube channel, I'd have been dead and gone a long time ago. So I had to go a different route. I'm trying to do something to better my life, make it easier for me. Make it easier for me because my permanent job that I do, my primary job of going out and keeping everybody's home gorgeous, that's hard on my body. I'm trying to do something a little bit more simpler. So for every time I have a sale here and I get that little commission off of that, that might help me to where I can knock off one house a week and I don't have to do that. God will show me the way. Either it's for me or it's not. But I do love to dance and I won't ever stop. Like I tell you, I will be that one woman in the nursing home still dropping it like it's hot. You hear me? I will still drop it like it's hot. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And that's the way it's going to be. Hello, how are you? When it comes to that time that I can't do it no more, I'm going to be sad. Because I know that day's a coming. I know it will. It happens to all of us. But as long as I can stand, hey, I'm going to shake what Mama gave me, okay? I am. But I'm going to do it in a respectful manner. And I'm going to be careful about what I'm shaking it to. That's the trouble. That's kind of what slowed me down. You got to pay attention to what you're dancing to. Because if you're dancing to it, you're representing it. And if it's not, if that person that I'm dancing to does not believe in who I believe in, I can't dance to it no more. I will not support that music. Just can't do it. Just can't. I won't. Not anymore. But I got plenty of videos on there where I once did. But back then I wasn't thinking about that. All I was hearing was beat. So maybe if I could just do some instrumental and dance to it without words, I might have a chance. Today's music is nothing like the music I grew up on. It's nothing like it. Nothing like it at all. So I like to take it back to the old school. I love some Kool in the Gang. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it if you really want it. Hey, I know who Kool in the Gang is. Celebration. Celebration. I could come on here right now and play music and dance to it, and guess what YouTube would do? They would shut my live down. They would shut it down. Unless I'm purchasing music through them, they will shut this live down. I'm not paying them for their music because their music sucks. Okay? So that's the way it is. So I will continue to just upload. Alrighty. I guess I will get off of here. I've yapped enough. I've talked enough. But I still will ask you. Anybody got any questions? Anything I can help you with? Can Granny help you? But Gretchen, if you're thinking about going on there, then my slow water girl, you're going to love it. You will love it. I promise you, you will love it. It is the best. Ask Bonnie. Bonnie just up and said she uses it. It's good. It's real good. And you get your choice of whatever Latina lip lacquer you want. Okay? I guess I will close it out from now. Thank you all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope that when this night ends and Valentine is over, you still love the one you're with. Okay? Not just today. Every day, you should treat your loved ones as if it was your last day with them. You should love them as if it was your last day. Okay? Even I fail at that sometimes. Even I fail at that. But I'm working on that to be better, to do better. Okay? I thank you all so much. I love you so big. Thank you for supporting my channel and my pharmacy business. Y'all have a good evening.